All right. Stefan, how you doing, sir?
Yes, hi. Thank you. Fine. We're looking forward to this AMA with you.
Same here, same here. All right. So I guess we are excited to have you guys on board and discuss what you guys are building. Before getting the discussion started, I'd like to let you guys know that whatever we discuss here, it's not a financial vessel. So do your own research always when you're making financial decisions or investment decisions. And this is why you're here, learning about BXN, BlackFort Exchange Network. So we'll be asking the 5 questions that I have prepared beforehand, and later on in the AMA, we'll have a Q&A sessions. Okay, I guess we're ready to start this AMA questions that I have prepared. Before we get it started about the project, so let's go with the Stefan. Could you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Sure, yes. My name is Stefan. I am the CEO. I'm one of the two founders of BlackFort, and I'm very excited to be speaking to you today. Just a short introduction to myself. Basically, I come from the field of cryptocurrency mining. I've been in the Bitcoin mining space since about 2014. First contact I've had in end of 2013, and I've started out by building my own mining facility for cryptocurrency. Also, then later on joining into the various other productions such as Ethereum, where actually the first point of contact between me and my colleague Mario came to be, and then evolving from there, always more interest into this world. And due to the growth of the cryptocurrency since 2016, 17, moving forward, we just started building up our own team through our contacts, building smart contracts, and then moving forward to actually having the idea to becoming BlackFort, putting together the team for the BlackFort, and starting out as building a wallet applications, and then moving forward to the blockchain. But I don't want to go too deep in the introduction, just a very short overview.
All right, thank you very much for a brief introduction about yourself. So how's the crypto Rive just personally, I guess personally, is doing so far since you got into the space?
Well, it's been
Right.
turbulent years, as we see always around the Bitcoin halving, which is actually a very good question that you're saying it today, as we're just about to have the next Bitcoin halving. But yeah, it's been a very nice actually find a passion for and building in and really dedicating my job and the team's job to making a footprint in this industry. Very, very happy about that. And the ride has been really crazy, as maybe for everyone else that's listening here, being in the crypto space.
Right, right. Yeah, it's been a wild space, a wild ride. For I think for everyone, this is the crypto. Just this is the nature of a crypto market and a crypto market as a market in general. It's still a relatively smaller market, and compared to traditional stock markets and etc. So there is a higher volatility, and but new technologies and all that stuff are all constantly developing and building. Every day, and then we have a big respect for those builders and humble builders and with the passions and integrity around the space. So Stefan, we're excited to have you, and we'll be discussing more about the what you're building behind the BlackFort Exchange Network later on. So let's also introduce Mario, CIO of the BlackFort Exchange Network.
All right, sure. So thank you very much for having me. So yeah, my name is Mario, CIO of BlackFort. I've also been into this crypto space since about 2014. I was founding one of the largest crypto education companies in Europe. Later on, I founded also my own cryptocurrency exchange that focused on securitized assets. So got my expertise there for a couple of years. And I have joined the team with BlackFort as the latest C-level member about 18 months ago. And yeah, ever since then, I'm bringing my expertise into the team and help, to bring that project forward. And yeah, to bring the name out into the world. So very, very short from my side.
All right, thank you very much. It sounds like you guys have a stock team already. So Stephanie's coming from more like technical backgrounds, and Mario's been building. It's more like entrepreneurships and all this stuff. So that's big props for that too as well. So how's your crypto rise so far since 2014?
Well, it has been ups and downs. You know, I've learned I've probably made every mistake you can make in the crypto world so far, and I guess probably lots of the listeners have done so as well. And yeah, it's a learning process. You know, crypto, like you just said, we're still a very, very small market compared to other markets out there. And I think, you know, for everybody that wants to be successful in this industry, you know, just grab yourself as much knowledge as possible, get into the things, try to understand the things, and then eventually success will come along the way. Absolutely.
I'm into that. I'm into that. Yes, everybody making mistakes. So Stefan and Mario, there's people having a successful careers in the Web 2, but when it comes to Web 3, it's a relatively new space, and the people make a lot of mistakes. But those people that learn from the mistakes and then get better every day, I think that will be gonna be the having a more chance of becoming a successful in the long run. So let's get into the discussion of BlackFort Exchange Network. So my first question that I have is, what is BlackFort Exchange Network? So basically, could you introduce briefly about BlackFort Exchange Network?
Yes. So BlackFort Exchange Network, the BXN layer 1 blockchain that has its EVM core. And what we do with this is we've created a platform with this blockchain whereby it is, it is scalable, it's adaptable to all the smart contracts out there already. But on the other side, we did optimization in the form of or in the validation process of this blockchain. So what we did is we took out this whole idea with the mining algorithm, the proof of work of Ethereum, and implemented a proof of staked authority into this network. And doing this with the possibility of having very many delegators to this validation algorithm, that's giving a lot of people in the public the possibility to participate in the validation and in the production of BXN. So we are basically combining the idea of EVM core together with the initial idea of Bitcoin, of having as many delegators or participants in the network as possible. And we saw this is one very important step for a blockchain project to take, because as we see today, and I don't mean to go into any attack to any project, but we want to carry forward the idea of as many people participating also in production side of blockchain to bring this security of the network in terms of big numbers to the market. That is basically the base idea of this BXN blockchain. The other one is that, as I mentioned in the beginning already, we have first of all not come up with some idea to build something and then go out and sell it. We've done it a little bit differently. We first of all built our first product that we have launched, which is our multi-currency client-side wallet, BlackFort application for iPhone and for Android, making it very easy for people to enter the space of cryptocurrency. And then later on decided, once we've already had our team, blockchain development, app developer, then we expanded into the idea of blockchain. So what we want to do is further, going with this with the BXN token, we are now the first that really put emphasis on not only having BXN as a token with the on-chain utility of sending spending transaction fee or a smart contract smart contract interaction fee, but we are also building off-chain utilities for this native layer 1 token with the products that we build around our blockchain, such as BlackFort Wallet or our upcoming e-money service, BlackFort Pay, for example, where people will be able to receive a lot of benefits, a lot of utility just by holding or utilizing BXN on this platform, and moving forward with other products such as real world asset, real estate tokenization that Mario will get into later. And being the first to really combine the blockchain and its native token with real world utility, we are very, very keen to move forward and launch into the market. And also, of course, invite anyone that wants to build on our blockchain to collaborate with us. We have a team. We are very open, and we're very keen to expanding the offer that is useful to the public.
All right, thank you very much for the brief introduction of the BlackFort Exchange Network, BXN. And there's a lot of things that are going on that been developed, and also will be building in the future as well. So probably gonna go more details into the BXN later on. But I guess next question could be what is the reason for building BXN blockchain in the first place?
Well, it goes a little bit also with the answer from the first one, and the reason for building it is to really bring this world of cryptocurrency towards a large number of people that can not only start sending around token, or not just get into this for the hype of it, for example, but for as many people to come together to become a validator and delegator quorum around a public project, whereby its success directly correlates with the success of people that are actively participating on it, while also bringing adoption of real world utilities to a blockchain.
All right, thank you very much. That makes sense. Makes more sense than what you have shared in the first questions. And yeah, that's right. So BXN try to solve the problems and attacking the problems and issues that are having currently around the space. So there's more potentials for BXN to with these kind of approach. It's just in my personal opinion. But next question will be that does BlackFort Exchange Network offer any other products or services rather than you just mentioned?
That would be my question, because I think I just want to put the emphasis again on what Stefan has said a little bit, because especially for not for a layer 1 token, but for any token or coin out there as well, the utility is the key. If you don't just want to be like a hyped up project that does some marketing, pump up the volume real quick, like you said, and then vanish from the market, this is definitely not our goal. What we are approaching. So before even listing on major exchanges, also like on Gate.io, we made sure to have as much utility as possible for our layer 1 token, and therefore I want to put emphasis again on, for instance, the BlackFort wallet we already have launched. So everybody of you guys, go ahead to the Android store or the App Store, download our wallet and test it. There's also be an airdrop function in there, so you can earn a couple of tokens. And the cool thing there is we already have built in utility. So that means if you hold a certain amount of BXN tokens in our wallet, you'll be eligible for airdrops, for whitelists. You will get a cash back, whenever you a swap of cryptocurrencies, or whenever you purchase or sell cryptocurrencies directly through the wallet, you will get a cash back in our token. And we're also developing this product further and further. So just give you like one example, we are one of the very first one that have integrated a so-called Web3 antivirus, which is basically a software integrated into our wallet that helps people, especially new people that want to get into the DeFi world, because everybody heard these stories, where people that don't actually know what they're doing, connecting to a certain smart contract, and then their wallet gets drained because, they actually had no clue what they were doing. And our integrated Web3 antivirus, for instance, it'll, before you connect to the smart contract, it'll scan it for you and it'll tell you exactly, whether it is safe to connect, whether you have to be cautious, or whether you should not connect to it at all because it could drain your wallet, for instance. So that's just like one of those features we are already integrating for our community. And as I said, with lots of utility using our token. The next thing, the BlackFort Pay, this website is also already live. So especially European listeners, right now you could already go to blackfortpay.com, put your email address in the whitelist. This is going to be our financial services, which we will be soon launching. So in the beginning, our European community members will be able to get, a fully functioning online bank account in combination with a crypto debit card. So the onboarding and offboarding from fiat to crypto and vice versa is very, very easy for them. And then, sending cryptocurrencies over to the exchanges and back, so without any problems. So this is something we will focus on really, really strongly. And you have offline utility with the token as well. What I mean, if you hold a certain amount or a certain number of tokens in your wallet from that financial services applications, you will also have lots of advantages. And the third point, which we are like really focusing on, and that is where our the speed and the scalability of our blockchain comes really, really handy, because these are some numbers Stefan hasn't talked about yet. Our blockchain is very, very fast and efficient. So we have a block time of 5 seconds. We can process lots of transactions. I'm not going to go into detail with any number, but we could process easily up to 100,000 transactions per second. We have a very, very low fee system, and that makes this kind of blockchain very, very suitable, for real world assets. And this is what we are very proud of, because over the past year, we have built a complete legal framework which allows us to tokenize real estate, into small parts. These are so-called asset-backed utility tokens, and people could purchase these tokens, and therefore they're owning a small piece of an apartment, which will get rented out. They will earn, dividends on the rent and stuff. And whenever this real estate gets sold in the future for any profit, every token holder will get their profits split up amongst them. So this is a really, really cool thing. We as we've seen on the data, the growth of tokenization of not only real estate, but also precious metals and other stuff. This is going to be huge in the future, and we are very proud that we have everything in house. We are licensed to buy and sell real estate. We are licensed to manage real estate. We are fully licensed to build the platform which allows us to give us out these kind of tokens. So this has been very, very hard work over the past year, but we are finally, I would say, the first company worldwide with this approach, that we have all of these factors that needs to come in, that we have them in-house. And this is also something we will launch really, really soon. Basically is that we're not just, like Stefan already said, we're not just an idea that's coming up and, we're trying to make some money and then build something. No, we have already built it before we even entered the market. And of course, in the future, we will add more and more utilities to our token to attract as many people out there as possible in order to make our project successful. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much for I guess introducing what you guys what kind of products and services you guys are offering at that moment and also developing. So it's first of all, BXN is the very fast and scalable and secure network that is more accessible than in other L1 chains. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
All right, with the more utilities and on-chains and off-chains utilities that the majority of L1s and L2s or other networks don't have. Okay, a lot of things are ready and they're ready to just explore the market, grow the market. So in order to grow the market, yeah, there is a marketing aspects is very important, also as well as the partnerships and collaborations and etc. So what you guys are currently working on, Like as far as the blockchains that you already mentioned a lot about it, but a structure is in a future orientation, so such as collaboration partnerships. Could you elaborate on those things as well?
Yes. So first of all, right now what we're working on at the moment, technically, I will start technically. We are now expanding our offer with our Explorer, which is of course very, very important. It is now online in MVP form, and we'll be presenting our new, way to view our blockchain and also interact with blockchain in the next 2 weeks. That is one that is coming. And shortly after that, we are going to open the possibility for delegation, setting up a validator node on blockchain, and for people that are on blockchain to be able to delegate to these validator nodes. This is something that is very important for a blockchain project. And moving forward, we are going off the blockchain. We're also at the moment working on strong partnerships. We are exploring a lot of possibilities. We are being approached by many companies, institutions to bring blockchain into the real world, because we've also been calling for this, and also bringing direct contacts from our own networks to be able to adopt blockchain into the space. And I'll give just a little bit of an example for people to understand what we mean. Let's say you would have a company that is active in production, like it produces a product, for example. Along this production line, you of course have your systems, and you have your stations, and there are things that can, for example, go wrong along the way. So what we are looking to do with this instance, for example, we are using blockchain to implement into a system for the company, for example, to have a second sort of technical safe data input to be able to verify where along a production line, for example, something may go missing, where something might be broken, for the management to also have a certain overview that is away from asking a person directly to read data to them in meetings, for example, or seeing on screen in a usual database. You will use this blockchain as a second sort of eyes on a technical basis, and this will bring security to companies, it will bring security to institutions, and it can also go as far. At the moment, we're not talking to anyone about this, but it can go so far to also help in the voting for either public votes or political votes, or also private voting system in companies, for example. So we have a dedicated team led by one of our C-levels that is engaging in these in the filtering of applications that are now coming through our website and also our direct contacts, to see and to implement BlackFort blockchain in the real world. So this is how we're launching off into the market, while our team blockchain development is of course working on the let's say usual blockchain applications.
Okay, thank you very much. And also, you guys have a staking mechanism and on a big extent as well. Am I correct?
Yes, it is part of the proof of stake authority validation system, whereby
Right.
any user that has collateral can delegate into the network, such as if you were to compare it to Ethereum 2.0, for example. Just the barrier to entry is much lower, and going forward to the delegation of many more people participating on blockchain. This is what would be online staking. Yes. On the other hand, we are also looking to creating staking mechanism with exchanges as well, and also we'll be talking to Gate team regarding the staking. I can't say anything, of course, but we are in talk for producing more value for also BXN being locked, and for those people that are locking, also securing the trade of BXN token for those people to also have certain rewards for this, giving us the possibility to grow further into the market on this level.
All right, thank you very much. I guess development side and from technical perspectives as well as a staking perspective. But my last question before we go and get into the Q&A section will be, so what's your approach to vulnerability, like possible vulnerability and on-chain security, aside from what Web3 antivirus features that's already implemented for a BlackFort wallet that you already mentioned earlier?
Yes, so basically, how you would have in in any IT team, we have multiple people building on certain features, for example, and in the first instance we have a 4i or a 6i principle. But once we are also done with our tests, for example, we always want to work with certain audit companies, such as BXN, our blockchain smart contract system. Our code has been also reviewed by Certic, that can also be seen online. People can also see this report. And on the other side, if we are building of or connection between Web 2 and Web 3, there's also certain standards that we implemented. I don't really want to say now, but there's certain mechanisms that we also use for the connection between servers, bridging information towards blockchain to be able to interact safely.
So now I just want to say thank you for having us. Thank you for the listeners that you joined us today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to some great questions from you guys.
Awesome, thank you, Stefan.
What I want to say is also thank you thank you to Gate for giving us this chance, going to market, and also having this having us on this platform at the moment. It's a very great possibility to spread the information about BXN and how we are moving forward, and also how we are creating sort of a security for the community, that they know what we're building on and they know which direction we're going, because I think that's very important. If anyone buys any type of cryptocurrency or any other product, and I'm not giving this as a financial advice, but what I want to say with this is, if you make your decision to join a project, you are not only looking at a chart, for example, you are also looking at what is the team doing, what is their plans, what is their vision, and how can I participate in moving forward with this. And this is, I think this is the most important feeling to create in a community, to be able to have a lot of support from a high number of people, just to be accessible, be here, answer question, and be at the front with the face. I think that is very important.
Okay, so let's go on to the Q&A section. Cross-chain interoperability is crucial. How does BXN contribute to the fostering interoperability between the different blockchains, and what roles does it play in enabling the smooth and the flow of data across diverse blockchain networks?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. We are working on a lot of things. This is something that we are not at the moment very heavily focusing on, because we also seek to be adapted into the market before we start connecting to other blockchains. Yes, it is something that we are going to do, but also not pushing for BlackFort to be for BXN to be adapted into all possible client-side wallets, for example. We now focus on it being first on our platform, and getting the BlackFort blockchain integrated into partners, and BlackFort blockchain also integrated into exchanges, so we can also pave the way for ourselves to go into this space and be adopted. And then we will start working on the interoperability for BXN to other smart chains such as Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain or Polygon or whichever that is going to be interesting for us. And I think it's also fair to say, because if anyone were to just give an answer to say we are working on everything at the moment, I think no one can really say that. But it is in our goal in in the future to do this. We also invite partners. We invite people that would like to build with us. Maybe in this way we can do it, sooner, for example. But right now we're really focusing on bringing as much value as possible to the BXN token.
Thank you very much. A good point that you made. A lot of the projects and protocols and networks are just trying to achieve every single solution that we have presented and come currently in the space. But then there's our sharp focus on certain things and then to building the actual fundamental stuff first, and then just slowly building the other features that could be crucial for expanding the network in the future. So big props as well. I fully agree with your vision. So next question coming from Zico _3, talking about your block BXN roadmap. What stage is the project at? I think you're talking about it already a lot. How far along are you, and what should we expect in the coming months? Let's say in 2024.
Yes. So what we've done, we've built our wallet application. We have built our blockchain. It has launched into the market successfully. It's being used by people and it has been adopted by exchanges. Now, going forward, for us is, like I said, to bring the utility to the market, and that is by implementing two of our projects that, by the way, they're already fully funded. Our BlackFort Pay application for e-money services, where we are also approaching exchanges to become partners for our swap functions. And on the other side, we are working on our tokenized real estate. Like Mario said, we've built our whole framework for it. It has not rolled out to the public yet. It should be rolling out somewhere between 10 to 12 weeks. E-money should be rolling out between 10 and 12 weeks. And then tokenized real estate platform at the moment is it's in its proof of concept. So what we've done is we have already also financed real estate. It is at the moment being renovated, furnished, and getting ready for operation. Once this is ready for operation, we want to operate it for 1 or 2 months to be able to underline it with numbers. And once we can do this, underlining with numbers, we are going to switch on our platform and roll out all the full PR for it. And that will be somewhere between 8 and 14 weeks. And it's a different team working on this and a different team working on e-money. So those are the two in terms of products in roadmap, what we are going to roll out now in the upcoming few weeks and months. And then, of course, moving forward to, building our different applications on blockchain.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for mentioning and emphasizing, stressing the what you guys are doing, especially when you guys are working on step by step, not doing everything all in once and in the short span of time, which could be highly impossible. But what you guys are doing is just heads down and just working behind the scenes. And then also thank you very much for showing up here on the stage and then sharing with us and communicating with us with the full transparency of what you're doing. So that makes the I guess that could give some more comfort and confident as a investors perspectives and as well as customers perspectives as well. So now last questions that I have for you, each one of you guys, what's your approach as an BXN founders to achieve the massive adoption in the future? This is going to be a long-term question, but
yes. Well, I think firstly, it's very important for people to be able to on-ramp onto the blockchain, onto BXN. This is done by partnerships also with exchanges. It is very, very important. On the other side is, and that is something, that many people do say, but you don't see it a lot in the market, is that, when you have this type of a project and you are communicating to the public that you're going to do something, you need to always be sure that you under promise and you over deliver. I think that is something very important. You can talk about all of the all of the tech things. You can talk about all of the marketing activities, and we will do X, Y, Z. But all in all, it is very, very important that you implement your ideas as you communicate them at your best possible ability that you can. And then it is up to the community and up to the market to take you, to be with you, and to walk this way with you forward. And that is also one thing we could be, for example, applying, acquiring even more team to keep building very, very fast. But if you are, if you go to market and you start implementing too fast, then maybe your quality is going to also suffer, and you won't be able to deliver what you have been communicating. And if you install your products over a few years into the market, and one by one is stable and it's working well and bringing value, I think this is something people can follow. People can also appreciate, because they also know that, if you have a few thousand people following you, you are also under certain pressure to deliver. And if you do it at your best, then I think it is the best way to go. And it is the honest way to go.
All right, thank you very much. I love that. I love your perspectives and opinions. Thank you very much, Stefan and Mario.
Oh yeah, sure. I think that's what Stefan just said totally makes sense. And just by delivering utility, whether it's services, whether it's products on chain and off chain on a regular basis that bring value to the customers, that's the only approach nowadays you can go if you want to stay long term on the market. And that's the way we've approaching this since day one. And I think that's just we're gonna keep following this rule we've set for ourselves, and I think that's the way to go for BlackFort for the future.
And thank you very much for always tuning in to any AMAs hosted by Get.io to support support the exchange, as well as our guests. Specifically for this AMA BXM, and I'm sorry I can't choose everyone's questions, but hopefully we'll be able to pick as many questions as possible in the next AMA.